Okay, good afternoon all. Hope everyone is well. Karina, good morning to you. So, yeah, FMC day. So, sometimes can be a bit tricky trading today. Sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it makes no difference, but a lot of the time it will just teeter around sideways. But we've had a reasonable amount of volume overnight. We had a lot less yesterday. Where were we? Yeah, well, similar actually, to be fair. So we just seem to be ranging at the moment. We've been up the top, down the bottom, close to the top, and this thing looks like it's coming down. So I was just looking, Daryl, how you doing, bud? This is the 10,000 tick chart. Let me just straighten this out a little bit. Okay, so we were coming from top to bottom nicely there. We had the overshoot there. Opposite break here, we've made a leg up with the break, 2 pushes to a new high. This looks to me like it's coming down and testing these lows. We've got another channel down here. We've had a break of it, pushed down a new low. There was a lower high there. There's a big bullish bar and a higher low. There was a lower high there, and that to me looks like it may be coming down. I'd probably expect it to test these lows here. Now, whether it does or not is another matter. We've already pushed and done it, so whether we'll come down again or not, I don't know. So we've actually broke the low there. So it does look like a kind of a measured move there. There and then up here. We didn't quite get to the top, but this second leg is kind of broken into 2, and then we're kind of channeling down. But we've already made a new low, so this bearish bar has pulled down. So I'd expect it to maybe take out that level there, possibly. So it's hard to say, really, but that's the 10,000 tick chart. So Russell, how you doing? Yeah, FOMC. So market is ching open. So let's see what sort of day we have now. No trades yesterday. It's been a slow week. Last week was terrible for me. Just did nothing. Well, I think I was up about a tick. It's been tough lately. It's been really tough lately. But you know, I was having a think here. I felt a bit glum earlier, and I was having a think, and I'm thinking we've been down this rabbit hole before, haven't we? Where it's gone just flat and quiet. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, you do 3-4 good trades in a week, and everything's, right with the world. So we've had a channel down here, 2 pushes to a new high, big bearish bar, and a push down, but this is crossed over and working up. So Bookmap's not telling us much at the moment. I've got orders above and below, so people coming in with their positions maybe for the day. So I've got even positions up here and down here. So my guess is it's probably, well, it could go up or down, really. It's quite a nice bar, that, but it hasn't triggered. See, it's 2 legs up. So I don't know. Trouble is, when we didn't get quite to the top, that always concerns me a little bit. So we'll see anyway. Little Hammer, how you doing, mate? So the Apex offer finished yesterday. Now, it just usually reverts back to the 50% off. Not a great offer this time around. Might be okay for some, but I think the majority of it. I think people like Apex because their evaluations are always cheap. If you go kind of My Funded Future or Take Profit Traders, you're paying that sort of $80, $90, $100, $110, and it may be good if you pass it and you don't pay anything extra for the PA account, but if you fail it, it's an expensive failure. So that's kind of, I'm guessing Apex haven't been as successful with this because, and hopefully they may not do it again, hopefully, because I didn't like it, to be fair. Now, I've got my accounts anyway, so it's irrelevant to me, but I'm guessing a lot of you guys probably prefer cheap evaluations. I don't mind paying whatever the PA fee is, because once I paid that, then I've got a live account. Okay, there is a lower high there, trapping some longs there. I don't doubt there's going to be someone thinking push this up, but I'm just staying out of this at the moment. That did work in the end, but it never triggered until this bar here. So I'm quite happy. It's a bit too early, really. I want to see what it does at the bottom here. Because Bookmap, we've got a mixture of offers at multiple levels above and below. Lance and his love for Apex. The reason I like it is because they're cheap. And I've got me 20 accounts and everything, and I get paid if I behave myself and so on and so forth. So I like the fact they've been around for a long time, because you never know with these companies come and go. I always like to see a company have a little bit of track record first. But there you go. So anyway, so channel down there with a break, 1-2 pushes to a new low. But let me have a look. So Bookmap, we got orders down here at 35. I could carry on forever here. There's that many of them. So we definitely got orders down there. So look at this 10,000 tick chart, channel down, 2 pushes to a new low would take us down to that. There's a big bull bar there. That is going to be an interesting stop out. This is on the 10,000 tick chart. So I think there's a fair chance it could come down there and maybe to clear the liquidity there before it does anything. So my guess is it's probably going to come down. What it does before it gets down there is another matter. So that's 35. Let's just look above. We got shorts at 43.75. 43.75, which is about there. So it may come back. It may do something like that. It's kind of looking like that. And then we've got orders at, say, 38, which is down there. I'd say there's probably more orders, and there's orders at 32 down here. There's probably more orders below price than above it. So my guess is it's probably going to come down there. There's going to be some, we had that big push there. Excuse me, second entry long. There's probably going to be traders. Well, that pushed up strong. So that is an area. In fact, we hit that 38 level there. That will clear out any possible liquidity there. And there we go. So there's some more down here. I didn't really want to take anything here at the moment. But there is, and there's down at 30 as well. So this does look like it's heading down first before it does anything else. So you can have more accounts with other companies. Yeah, I mean, my plan at the moment is to just get these and grow them. And then when I get some money, the plan is to allocate a percentage to build some more. But then I'll probably go on to something like, I do like the straight to funded, but you are paying like $350. It is a bit pricey. So if I can get a steady income from my Apex accounts, then I don't mind the evaluation side. The trouble is, if you pay $350 for a TraderFi account, you really need to make money on it. Otherwise, you've lost $350. It's quite pricey if you can't make any money out of it. So you really want to be saving them until you can make money. Now, I got 5 of them. I managed to get 4 payouts, so I made money off them. But if I've got a good income from Apex, then I'm not going to worry too much about building them up a bit slowly and just paying a valuation kind of level price. So price did exactly what I expected. It came to this level, cleared that out. It came to here, came to here. The main one I can see left at 30 is there. There's 208 contracts go along there. So, but, I would have never guessed this is where prices would have gone without Bookmap. I'd have guessed it's probably going to bounce there. So if you've got a bullish bar, leg and a leg, the tendency may have been to go along there. But the fact that I can see more orders below price, I got a general overall picture. Profit Trader CEO is a trader. People study there. Is he the ex? Was he an ex hockey player? Was he? Is that his name? What's his name? I forget his name now. I think he's Take Profit. Do you know what it was? I got a bit frustrated with them because I had a problem with one of my accounts. And I spoke to a guy and I really got shortchanged by him. He was just blunt and if you haven't got it videoed, we can't help you. And I'm thinking, who videos that? I mean, granted, I do. I hadn't done then, but yeah, he was. But I just thought that was it. They went, if you've not got it, if you've not recorded it, there's nothing we can do. And I'm thinking, that's not a good attitude, that is. So straight away I said, I'm an affiliate. Can you remove my affiliate? I don't want your money. Uh, so that's what I did in the end, just out of frustration. Because I just thought it was a quick, short, sharp answer, and that was it. There was no negotiation, none at all. I'm thinking about 98% of traders won't record those trades. So I didn't think that was a great attitude. But there you go. So took out this, didn't quite get down here. That's fine. There are orders around about 30. That one there, 33 3/4, which we can see. So it's pushed down, taken 1, 2, 3 levels out, and it's pushing back up to this. So if we can get a break here, maybe hit this level. Still looking at this 10,000 tick chart. The trouble is we've had a break now and 2 pushes to a new low. So it's pushed down nicely, cleared out that, which is what I expected. Now we've got a bounce here. So got to give things space now. This bounce could obviously move up in this direction now. This is played out. So it's cleared the levels here as well. As we know, this 10,000 tick chart, or whether it's 100,000 tick chart or whatever, does exactly the same, but this gives kind of a bigger picture. But I started paying attention to this here. My guess is we were going to make a second leg down to the bottom, and we did. So it does give you a reasonable overview of where prices are likely to go. So with all that extra knowledge, you can make more informed decisions on your trade, or certainly give yourself maybe a little bit more confidence. TikTok Trader is one of the best. I don't doubt it. Yeah, you don't have a great feeling about the CEO. I don't even know who he is. I think he's a hockey player, isn't he? But I don't know too much else about it. It was just a guy I spoke to on email. He went, if you've not got it videoed, we can't do nothing. And I'm thinking, and that's it. So anyway, we've got a channel here with a break. I know there are orders, sell orders here, just under 45. Probably around about, let's say there, something like that. So I think there's a good chance it's going to push up and hit this channel with a break. You could argue there's a little second entry long there. It's a bit congested for me, so it's 14 ticks as well. I like that channel. I think it's valid. Can't really see anything. There's only 2 bars there, so I can't see how that. So if that triggers, it's probably going to push up. You've got a bear bar there and a lower high there, so I think it's likely going to hit that. And as I say, I can see orders up here. It's just a bit congested for me. Now it's certainly looking congested, so you know what I mean? You just never know, do you? Just under 45, so that's gone up a touch. So let's put that a tick under 45. So it's got above there. I'm guessing it's probably going to get above there. But it's a little bit congested, so I'm just leaving this. I do think, though, based on what I can see on the 10,000 tick chart, for me, it certainly looks, I'm going to say, more bullish. Got this move down at me, 2 pushes to a new low. So is this going to push up there? Who knows? Definitely getting more congested now. So I think it was a good call to leave that alone, especially now this is looking like it's pulling back a bit. But I'd expect it to break above that bar there. I don't think there's enough room for me. Tick above there. It's 0.5. So I'd have to get to there now. It may well hit there, but those orders are just below where my stop would be. So it does look like it's going to work, but now we're moving up anyway. I could have gone to break even there, but this is a little bit congested, so I just left it. Yeah, we haven't got a failure yet. It's only a second entry long. We haven't got a failure yet. You'd have to catch another one here below there or below this. It's a tough one, isn't it? We may just come back. You can see some support and resistance along this area here. So it would have worked for me, but it's a bit congested. So I left it. But there you go. It's always a way in it when you leave it. It works. I can't see many people going for that, to be honest with you. Some did. My guess is, let's have a look. Yeah, Dan didn't take it, but he did say I think it's okay to take it if you've got enough room. Trouble is, uh, there's only 6 ticks. I go for double that. So it is a second entry, but I'm looking for 2 legs. And it's, well, one of those things, isn't it? See, if I was going to short that, I wouldn't short it there. I'd be shorting it here. See, yeah, the issue I had, I can see orders there. So there wasn't enough room. There was what, 2 3/4 points to them. So I don't know. It's one of those things, isn't it? It's a little congested, I thought. Uh, Training's been tough. Yeah, it has been tough. It's not been easy. I've spoken to a few people, uh, and they've said it's been quiet. There has been a few, but it's been quiet. Uh, but that's where you've really got to dig on your patience, because it's very easy to get fed up and then take a risky trade. I know I've done it myself. So all I keep reminding myself is we've been down this road before, and we have many times where it's just gone flat, and then all of a sudden it'll change, and you get 4 or 5 winning trades in a week, and then everything feels on top of the world. The market gives you, you got to take it. You have, yeah. I mean, I didn't think it was the worst trade in the world, but I think it's a little bit congested. 3 bars, 3 or more bars side by side. We had 3 bars. We pushed up and then we came back. So, you know, I can see a little bit of support and resistance along this level. So I thought, can you see what I mean? You can see how it's working there. It's working there. So I didn't know whether we were going to bounce off it, come back, trigger a few longs, and then come back down, test this bottom. You know, well, it's one of those things, isn't it? Perhaps sometimes I am a little bit overcautious. I think we may all go through that, but I think it's better to be on the side of over caution rather than the sort of careless. You know what I mean? Not that I don't, not that I'm careless anymore. Those days, hopefully, are behind me. I still have my moments. So there is orders down there at 30, and there's these shorts here. And that would kind of be a leg and a leg, I'm guessing. Not only that, you know, when you don't get a lot of trades and then you see one that it's a bit hard, and you kind of think, you kind of question yourself, don't you? Uh, and you have got to be a little bit careful on FOMC though. Marco took it, so I don't know, what can I tell you? Maybe as was a little bit a bit overprotective there. It didn't look good on the left chart, but there you go. But not only that, you're supposed to be out before the highs, like Dan mentioned, as long as you've got enough room. I didn't. Now, depending on where you get in there, Marco goes for 6 ticks. If he may have got there, see, for me, it wouldn't have worked. Well, it would have worked, but I didn't have the space. Marco took it. Here, bud. This is Dan's Discord here, so he took it. I think Dan said no, moved it to 6. What did he say? I think Dan said couple took it. I think it's okay to take as long as you've got enough room to scalp out. I didn't, which is part of the reason I left it. Partly it was a little bit congested. What unnerved me first of all was it broke above there and then pushed down. So that's one of those things, isn't it? 3 points a bit too much for your style. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we all have different kind of. Some people will go for a little bit more. I mean, some people may double up if you went for 6 points every time. You'd win more money, uh, but you'd lose more trades. So, uh, it's one of those things, isn't it? I looked at that as well. That would have worked, but it never triggered that one. So it's picked up them sell orders there, and we got 2 legs up there. So my guess is this may come back to the EMA before it does anything else. We got a nice measured move. Uh, so let's have a look. So we got a measured move, and a tick. So nice 2 legs up there. So my guess is this is probably going to get back to the EMA. There are buy orders at around about the 45, which would make sense if you wanted to go long gear. Pull back to the EMA. You're going to take a lower high here. So my guess is price is going to get. I don't think it's going to happen. There's profit taken here, 2 legs up. I don't doubt it. I think this will just drop to the EMA. It's always a way in it. Thomas Wade might not know about it, mind you. It's a small business. This it's a small industry in a way, isn't it? Everybody knows everything. I mean, look, you could say a lot of people about a lot of things about Vlad. I don't think he comes over very good, does he? He comes over a little bit arrogant. My my response is, if you're going to shoot your mouth off, you need to be good at what you do. If you're good at it, then you can get away with it. So I don't know. I tend to try and be a little bit more tactful. There's not many people I don't get on with. I can, look over a lot of stuff. It does come over a little bit arrogant, but some people do. But you don't know whether some people just put on a front. If they're used to being talking in front of people, they don't put on a front. But as long as he's got the goods and he can back himself up, then I mean, if you're really good at something, you can get away with it. You see these MMA fighters and boxers; they sound like right big heads, but they can back up their mouth. So if you're good at it, you can get away with it. But we'll see. I think he's supposed to be trading on Friday. I don't know about live or whatever, but we'll see. I have, mate. Yeah, I thought I'd join for a month and see what it's all about. So it's $50 plus you've got to pay £10 tax. $10 tax. So it's $60. So I thought I'd pay for it and see if it's value. So far, he's not really done anything. I believe he's only doing something Friday. So if it's just Fridays, then who knows? Yeah, I know. Mate, I'm not. I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. I'm kind of just being tactful. That's all. But yeah, I mean, he doesn't. I've said this from day one. He doesn't come over very well, does he? He does come over a bit rude and obnoxious. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if he can produce the goods. But yeah, I agree. I agree. So this to me looks like it may be going up. So we've had two legs back. If we pull back here, pick up some of these orders, they're a little bit below, we may get a move to push up for the highs. Let me have a look here. So if I look down here, there's some big orders down here. Where's this? Around about the maybe 14, which is right low. Uh, it's a little bit too early, I think that, but we are making lower highs and higher lows. So got to be a little bit careful here. It's tough on this is. See, there are orders at 40, just above 40 here. So I'm not sure about this. We've had two legs up. It doesn't look like a channel to me, so this could be coming back and testing these lows. So I'm staying out of this. I think it's a trap. There's no channel there for me. So it's not looking good, is it? And not only that, it's 17 ticks. Can you see the orders on bookmap at 42 and 40 right below here? Now, if there's enough aggressive buyers here, it won't make a difference, but 40, 42 and a half is there, and 40. It may hold. It may hold. I think a higher low is the better option, but the trouble is, it's just something about this I'm just not sure about at the moment. The stronger orders I can see temporarily are below here. And we've triggered this by a tick now. As I say, it may hold, but it's a bit risky for me. If you really like it, you could get in now and save yourself a few ticks, but I'm sitting tight here at the moment. It's still got a ways to go. We may get a higher low, we'll see. But to me, that looks like two legs. So that's going to be a bit painful. See, 17 ticks. So there we go. So it's a good call. That was two legs. I guarantee there'll be some traders in there. Disco, how you doing, bud? Sorry, mate, I didn't see you there. Second entry long. Someone's took a second entry long there. He hasn't put his chart up there. Puna Trader, how you doing? You're a new face. I've not seen you before. How you doing? Where you from, bud? Puna Trader. So yeah, good call there. So it's two legs up. There's no channel there for me. No, you may have taken the failure there, but the bar pulled back, so I wouldn't have even wanted the failure, to be honest with you. So it came down there. So, if I wouldn't have had bookmap, I wouldn't have seen those area. First time I ever found you on Thomas Waits. Ah, you're in Sweden. Fantastic. Sweden. Okay, so I guess you got as miserable weather as we have here in the UK. Two legs down, push up. Ben, how you doing, mate? Have you taken anything, Ben? Did you take that second entry long there, did you, bud? Got 60 centimetres of snow this week. Good grief. Okay, I'll give it to you. You win the prize. So there is a failure there. Now we've got orders at 40, which is there below that bar. 10,000 tick charts looking quite bullish. We got channel down here, 2 pushes to a new low. We got a strong bull bar there, and this to me looks like a higher low. There's going to be liquidity up there, so I think this is going to push up to the top. Channel break, new low. It's a tough one, isn't it? You didn't, mate. Gotcha. I ummed and ahed about it. It's a small pullback, isn't it, in the right place? I suppose the one thing going for it is you've got a bear bar there and a lower high looking trapped. But I didn't quite have enough room to the highs. So it's just one of those tough ones, isn't it? So I actually like a bit of snow, I do. Mind you, the trouble is we can't cope with it in the UK. We get about an inch of snow and the place comes to a standstill. We just can't cope with it. But obviously you guys, you're used to it a little bit more, aren't you? So channel break, new low. We've got orders down here at 40. And we've got some still down here at 30, which is there, I think. So is this thing going to come down? It's a tough one, isn't it? Are we making slowly lower highs there? There is a higher low there. Would I want to take that? It's a tough one. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Seeing orders down here at 40. I don't think it's the worst trade in the world. Channel break, new low. It's a little bit unclear. So you could go something like that. Maybe as we got a channel like that. The break. Yeah, cleaner setup. I know it's the worst trade in the world. Trouble is on Bookmap I can see orders here, but the trouble is when we had these two legs up, we ended up pulling back here. It's a tough one, isn't it? Trouble is, it's clearly kind of ranging at the moment. Now, we've had a break out the bottom here, and often when we get a range, we get a break, we'll get one the opposite end. Is this going to be one leg up and a second leg up here? I keep looking at the 10,000 tick chart. We've had this channel down with a break, 2 pushes to a new low, strong bull bar. So is this going to push up or is this coming down further? If you wanted to wait for the measured leg, it may come down further. But we've already come down, cleared out any previous liquidity and had a good strong buy. So if I was to guess where price was going to go here after these pushes down, I would say hunting for these highs, which is around the 860 mark. So, but then we push up, we get close to these highs and start to pull back. So it's just not super clear at the moment. And if I'd have taken that, I'd have got stopped out because I'd be shocked if that doesn't pull below it. So 0.5, let me have a look. So you'd have to push through. So you'd have got a 1.25 off that. No good for me. 3 points. So I'd have to hit the 3.25. So nowhere near. Is this going to break below there? I'd be shocked if it doesn't with these orders, these buy orders back here. So we've got 2 legs up. My guess is we could get something like that. 2 legs back, pick up these buyers, and then maybe get across to the top. Who knows? That's just educated speculation. Taking that second hand looks too much like a fit. It does a bit, yeah. It is a little congested. Those 3 bars, we go up, we go down, and we go up. We pull back a bit. It's one of these things. It'll either work if you take slightly more aggressive trades, and I think you're good. Same again, higher low. It's not so clear. I'll be amazed if price doesn't get below there because I can see orders down here and here. So you got buy orders here. This looks like we could get 2 legs back before maybe we push up again. But you can have stops there. I don't doubt it. It may hold. You never know. But that's not what you want to sit through, that coming back. Cold tea. So you've got a lower high here. There's bound to be liquidity there. I wouldn't take a lower high here. Up, down, up. It's a little bit too choppy. It's not super clear, is it? So lower high. It's finished in the bottom third. See, Thomas Wade's got that. And if that's a bigger channel, he's expecting it to come down and test these lows. I don't like it as a bigger channel. I'd rather keep it like that. So we've got orders at 40, as we know. In fact, it's a fraction above 40. And we've got orders at 45. Fraction below, so a tick below, which is right where that stop is. We've got sellers at 50, which is there. And right up the top around about 56 and a quarter, which is close to the top. So we got sellers up here and buyers below, so it's quite evenly spaced, and that might be why we're going a little bit sideways here. So it's clearly stacking up a bit now, so it's a bit of a no trade area for me. Yeah, see, Marco's getting involved in a bit of the conversation on Vlad's page. I don't know how he does it. He's in Vlad's page, Thomas Wade's, and Dan's. I don't know how he keeps up with it all. So you've got 2 legs down, 2 legs up. So my guess is going to clear this away. Okay, so that's gone. So leg up. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes up here to overnight highs. 2 legs up. Let's put that there. Somewhere along those lines. No real easy way of doing that, is there? So 57, 56-ish. Yeah, that's where I expect that to go. Trouble is, there's always that possibility we could do a little bit of this. So there are some sellers around about the 52 area, which is there. I'm guessing they're probably going to get absorbed. Can't take that. It's just way too far from that EMA. The only way I can get into a long gear is if this comes back closer to the EMA. And there may be something like that. We got a leg up with a bit of a correction. So I think there's a good chance this is going to get up the top there. But it's got to pull back a little bit to this area, isn't it? So there are some buyers at 47.5, which is about where you want to be. As I say, right on this midline, a little pull back here. I'd like to go on a tiny touch higher and then pull back to this area. So buyers there, just under 52 there. In fact, 52.5. So if we can get a little pull back here, there's plenty of room to the highs there. Trouble is, we've had this move up. There's no reason why we couldn't get two legs back here before we push up. We've still got a chunk of orders at 40. Okay, so there are buyers here. There's no setup, unfortunately. Maybe a bit of a spike in the channel there. I haven't got it on my right chart, but that doesn't look terrible. Possibly. So about 46. There's buyers. Around about here. Bit that concerns me is we've had this channel with a break. We've had 1, 2 legs up. Whether this comes back here first and clears some of this out. It's a big bull bar there. Be surprised if we have a flush down here. Nothing you can do there. Yeah, I'm confident this is where price is going to go to. Just looking at that channel down with the breaks, it pushes to a new low. It does look like a working up here. We may come back a little bit, but my guess is it hits these levels. See, that's these tops up here. So it does look like that's where it's heading. There's bound to be liquidity up here. So uh, obviously you've got to wait for a right entry, a couple of legs back here. So uh, 47 and a half. So there are buyers there. I think that's a bit low. Will it come down that late? Who knows? We may get a couple of bounces. 52 and a half. Sellers there. So if we can get an entry, we're probably all right up to there. And then about 56-ish, which is there. So we need to get a pullback here of some kind. That's no good, really. Speedy, how you doing, pal? Okay, here we go. Same again, we are finding a lot of resistance there. So that's my concern. We flush down, clear out, stops around here to this level. Kind of pull down, two legs up, come down. See, I can see those orders at bookmap at 40 right here. So this could have a move down. It's hard to say, really. We've kind of got to move up. Possible pullback and possible second pullback. See, I'm also looking where liquidity is. There'll be some there. Possibly around here. I have a feeling this is going to have a drop. Clear out some of these. I think these are weak positions getting into trades here. And often this thing comes down. But look where it's finding resistance. We've hit that 4 times now. 2 legs up there. That's not valid, in my opinion. We've had 2 legs up, a retest. I think this is going to come down, clear some of this. When we get down here, with a move up there, we may have the option to get long there, but this is going to come down for me. Certainly down here, I think. Yeah, I expect this to have a drop now. Just looking on this, see, we've had this. It's hard to say, really. We've had a little move here with the break and a new high. Are we going to come down and clear some of this out, which is, that's at that 40 level there, down here. So it's just not looking very strong at the minute. See, looking on here, there's a bull bar there. There's bound to be traders stuck in there looking to go long. This is going to have a push down, take them out, and maybe a bit more of a drop, I think. It's not going up very strong. It is looking just very range, isn't it? It's trying, but we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attempts to break that level. But we are getting some stronger sellers up here, so let's get rid of some of this. It's looking very rangy at the moment. Some of these orders down here are now getting pulled. It's really struggling to get above that level. Move this down to the bottom, really. It's only had the one hit there. So okay, so it's slowly finding its way up. Not very confidently, though, does it? That's the trouble. You may get in here, and all of a sudden, woof, down this thing comes down. Now, Dan's just posted his chart. Pretty much got the same. Yeah, he's got his kind of extended this way. Leg and a leg. So he took, well, he marked it. So it's more or less, he's got his extended back here. Got his to there, something like that. I'm just sticking with a small section for now, but we've got everything else more or less the same. That always helps. So 1, 2, 3, possible triple test. I prefer it to come down and clear any possible liquidity, really. 46 as orders at 46. Trouble is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We tried 6 times now to get above there. It managed to clear any liquidity. I'd prefer a little drop out. I would a little fail break out of this. 2 legs up. A little drop down. A little fail breakout, and then a ride up. Really struggling, isn't it, to get above there? There is a second entry long here. Uh, Trouble is, it didn't finish yet. I don't want to be going along right into the top section of this channel. It's very sideways here, this chart. Looks like it's kind of working up as well. I'd like a little fail breakout, I would. Two legs down, little drop out the bottom, pick up some sellers here. There's not much orders in the way now. And then a second entry long riding up. That'd be too much to ask, so okay, a little fail breakout here would be nice. Certainly not trading in this. Yeah, I've got buyers down here. This is the worst price action. Yeah, it's not brilliant, mate, is it? It's not brilliant. Okay, there's some buyers there. See what happens when it picks them buyers up. It has taken any liquidity here as low as that. The trouble is those buyers are coming down a bit. You'd feel this would probably be the best option to buy down here, clearing out some of this. At 45 and slightly below. I'd like to get below there. I would. Midline wouldn't be a bad option. 44.75. Right below that bull bar there, right into that midline. You can see that midline's playing a part. So a couple of legs down. Ugh. See that midline's playing a part, so you may call that the bottom of this overall range. Uh, there is a second entry long there. My only concern is 45 and below. There are a bunch of buyers down here. And if this is a bigger channel here, if this is a big range, I think Marco's got it like that, then that might not look such a good trade. How's he got it? Uh, yeah, he's got it lining up with the bottom of there. So now that, if this is a bigger channel, that might not look so bad. Now, bearing in mind, it is working on that midline, but this lower level is playing a part. See, the trouble is, if I look on this, it doesn't look a terrible trade to go long there. But I don't know. I'm just not sure. You may argue triple test. I'm just sitting tight, I am. Dan's got it marked as a bigger channel. And if it is a bigger channel, that's kind of stuck in the middle, isn't it? All on its lonesome. So it's triggered, and now it's on its way south. So you can see those orders there. There are orders at 45, 44 area, which is right below that bull bar and that bull bar. But there are some above 50, 51 kind of in this area. So you don't know if enough buyers are going to push this up. But the way that's acting there, you'd have a right to be concerned. It is a second entry long, but it's just triggered and pulled back. Uh, so those orders, if I put them a tick below there, 45, and slightly below, right below there, right below there. So for me, I've just got to sit tight here. It's not what you want to see. So do you remember what I mentioned a minute ago about this leg up? One attempt to go lower, second attempt to go lower. If we get a decent bounce here, I don't think we need to get down as low as there. If we get a decent bounce here, right at these lows, then we may get something up. But those orders down here, maybe 44, I'd say something like that sounds a little better. Right, a tick below that bull bar there, a few ticks below there. So, say about 44. So there. So that would clear out any of this. So I'm going to get rid of that. It may be a channel, so we may get a break and a push up and have a new low, but for me, it's going more sideways. Uh, so let's put that about there, I think. It's broke below that bull bar there, tick below there, so that's something. I just want it to go a little lower. That's this score. Yeah, it is. He's not involved at all at the moment, is he really? So it's a bit weird. You're paying £50 or $60, including what's it, to not see him. See what happens on Friday. He's supposed to trade it live on Friday. I don't know how he's doing it, but I can't even see his name pop up anywhere. So value wise, nothing much at the moment. Trouble is, he's not very savvy when it comes to social media and stuff. So from listening to him last week, he's still quite new to all this. Yeah, he's still quite new to all this Discord stuff, but Uh, we'll see. I mean, you can pay a month, can't you, and try it out. If you don't like it, you can always cancel it. Bounce, bounce. So that's not looking too bad for me. I'd certainly, it is two legs to the bottom, isn't it? It's very tempting, that. Trouble is, there's sellers at 47.5, which is here. So you've got to give this a little bit of space, I think. Maybe a higher low, maybe a better option. It's hard to say. How many were? Oh, I haven't got a clue, mate. I haven't got a clue. I don't even know how many people are in it now. Let me have a look, see if I can find out. Does it give you a number, does it? Okay. 39 premium. I don't know what that means. OGT. What does that mean? 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. I think it looks about 44, I think. Uh, he's, I don't think he's in it at the moment. So we'll find out anyway. We'll see. Okay, two legs back. So 40. We know there's orders down here. We can see them. There's 114 contracts there. That's what I mean. I mentioned that earlier, leg up, two attempts to go low, and then we're going to push up, are we? Who knows? It's not easy lately. We have done this multiple times before where it's gone flat and there's hardly anything. And then before you know it, you've taken you're taking 3, 4, 5 trades a week. It wasn't long ago when I had that bigger payment, so 17, 16, 17, 18,500 October. I got five Tradify accounts and 5 Apex accounts up to payout level. So up to 3,000 basically. And I did that trading just one contract a day, and I did it over about 2 and a bit months. And most days I was taking a trade, certainly, I know 6, 12, 24. I was taking certainly 4 trades a week comfortably. Most days I was taking a trade. I'm just struggling to find many at the moment. Even in hindsight, looking back over the day's chart, I'm struggling to find some. I know Mac mentioned yesterday there wasn't many. See this thing? It's just dumping now. Uh, I mean, you clearly see it's struggling to get up. There's no argument there. I thought we may get pulled back. We had buyers down here. Once it cleared some of this liquidity, I thought that might encourage buyers to get back in. But this area is definitely being protected. Uh, every time we got close to the top, it was rejecting. So whether we had those kind of leg up, another couple of legs up, whether there was sellers earlier on, I don't know. So who knows? So we got a leg down there. We haven't quite had a second leg. We got a leg down there. Looks like a correction. Looks like a correction. So we got a leg down there, 2 legs up, and another leg. That takes us a fair amount of distance down. Clearly see that correction there. 2 nice legs back, and then down again with a break. 2 pushes to a new low. We've gone up. We've bounced. We've made multiple attempts to push higher, and now we're on our way down. So I don't think this market's finished going south again yet. If only you could catch a move like that once in a while. So looking on this, I'm going to say we had the channel with a break to push a new high. This thing didn't get very far before we had a break. It just didn't have the steam. Now, if we're doing like I say there, we have that leg down. We got this second leg. That's going to take us a fair bit lower. So we kind of had two shorts there, didn't we? Channel break, new high, and then a strong move down. So I think this is, that's got to be a strong target, isn't it? Where's that 30.5? We've got to go another 5 points lower. And that looks possible as well. I'll see. So I think in the short term, the overnight low, I mean, 1 minute it looked like it was careering up to there, didn't it? But I think it's fair to say it's more likely now. You can see there's big sell orders at 30. Sorry, my mistake, buy orders. Look on Bookmap, 273 contracts. Buyers are interested in, which is right below there. So I think there's a good chance. So if we can get a couple of legs up, maybe test this area here, we may get into a short low. Doesn't look terrible. It's kind of working in that top tier. Then we have 3-4 bars straight down, a little bit sideways. So if we can get two legs up and get into this area, so there's sellers at 40, which is there, and there's sellers about 43 and a bit, which is about there, which is close to this area. Somewhere in the middle, I think, if we can get a decent break, we may get. Or this thing may just decide, screw you, I'm pushing straight down. I'm just going to take a quick bathroom break. I'll be a quick second. See how we get on here. Now, on this chart here, we've had a break and a new low by a tick. I'm not too fussed with that because we're clearly having two legs up. So about 41 something I can see orders around about here, which is at that AMA. Even though we've made a new low, it still looks like we're making two attempts. We haven't on this other chart, so depends how you look at this. It's hard to say. Okay, so we got max chart. It's pretty much what we've got, isn't it? I think. Yeah, exactly what we've got. There's much more you can do with that, really, is there? So you can see a bunch of sellers are between kind of 42 and 45. Uh, so 45 and 42 and a half ish. That there, which is, yeah. Did I have that? Where did I have the bottom of that? Channel 2. It was there, wasn't it? So in this area, we kind of be testing this lower area. So channel with a small break. .45 is the top, which is there. I am a bit, mate. Yeah, you're not wrong. Uh, even looking through after the fact's been difficult. Okay, Apex have got a new offer out, 90% off. Christmas offer, 90% off. So is that all of them? Divulge this. In the same boat, yeah. It's at least we know it's not just us. Uh, it does happen sometimes. It's hard. The trouble is, because the more you go without the trade, the more you kind of get concerned, and the more chance you got of kind of stepping in when you probably shouldn't do. Uh, you know what I mean? Apex. So 25 to 50 and the $100,000, they're all 50, but they're all 90% off. So if you take a 50, it's 90% off, which is $19, and your lifetime fee is $65. So that is the best they've ever done. They've not done anything cheaper than that. So that's really good. Let me just pop that up a bit so in case anyone's interested. So yeah, 90% off and $65. That's based on the 50,000. I'm guessing the last one didn't do so well. I didn't particularly fancy it too much. So 9% off all evals. Where's the 16? Oh yeah, 25.50. So excuse me, just a second. I'll be back. Okay, sorry about that. Took the lower high. Didn't get one here. I like the two legs up. If we'd have got a lower high, do you see it? Yeah, nothing for me. Second. Oh, yeah, that one there, yeah. Yeah, I know that was a bad trade. I'd have waited for the lower high myself. That's because I'm a paranoid, paranoid coward. Uh, yeah, you'd expect that to come back to the EMA. There's a fair distance as well. I tend to always wait for the lower highs. As I say, I'm a bit of a coward. Uh, yeah, I don't doubt this is coming straight down the bottom. See, looking on the 10,000 tick chart, look at that. Nice triple test, isn't it? Where's that coming? You'd expect it to come down there to 30, wouldn't you? We just got to get a little bit of a pullback on here. Yeah, eval, yeah, I'd have jumped all over it. Yeah, so if anybody interested, if anybody does use Apex, 90% off it, so $19, and the PA fee is $65, which is the combination of both is the best they've ever had, which is much better than the last one, I got to say. So if you are in the market one, you know where my code is, ukft. If you use it or you have used it, it is appreciated. So we want a little couple of legs up here. Now there is some sellers around about 44, which is kind of where we will be looking to get to somewhere. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to that, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, I think Dan took it. Lower high, I would have waited for personally. To trade with you guys and girls instead. Excellent. Remind me where you're from, bud. Yeah, Eastbourne. Oh, down Kent way, aren't you? Yeah, I got you. I got you. Shropshire, I'm from. Uh, right, that's only a first entry, unfortunately. As frustrating as it is, I can see orders there, see, around that area, so I won't be shocked if it goes up there and takes it out. It's hard to say, really. It may shoot up. Electrician by day. I see, I was a bricklayer. So you had the sensible job indoors. I was the idiot outdoors. See, I've been no good at electrician. I hate spiders. You spend half your time in the ceiling, don't you, hanging around the ceiling. That's no good for me. Yeah, it's quite a well paid job, isn't it? Electricians. What are you on? 250 a day? You've got to be something like that. It's always handy as well. See, most things I'll have a go at home. There's two things I won't do. I'll have a go at woodwork, anything like that. There's two things I won't touch is plumbing and electric. Plumbing, you can flood the house. And electrical work, you can electrocute yourself. Neither of them are favourable. I won't even mess around with a leaking tap. I'll get someone in. But everything else I'll have a go at. The trades are generally well paid over here. I mean, they tend to get paid better than teachers and stuff like that. Trades do. Bricklaying. The last time I was on bricklaying, I was on about 200 a day. I did some work around Dudley in the West Midlands. They had a new tram system, and they had a section of old track, which was going back, I don't know, a couple of 100 years. So we did some repair work. We had to, the entrances of bridges were all kind of split and cracked, and we had to do, cut channels out, put some rods in, and do all that sort of stuff. And I was on about 260 a day there. That was pretty good. That was about the best money I had. Obviously, private work, I didn't do too much in the way of private work. I did like my weekends. Occasionally I did just to help mates, but down south, just had enough of it. Yeah, I know what you mean. It is so nice. I'd say it does take a long time to learn to trade, but if you got the aptitude just to keep coming back, and you've got that kind of stubbornness about you, you'll do all right. But it is nice. I mean, to be honest with you, I've been streaming now for 3 years. I've been trading for 5 years, and I rarely work past 3.5 hours a day. So you've got your freedom. And being in the UK, you don't have to mess around getting up at stupid o'clock in the morning. I tend to get to the charts around about 2 o'clock. Open everything, check it, double check it, just sit and relax, bit of, relaxing breathing and something like that. Have a cup of tea. And then I probably do about 3 hours. So, if you like your time off and you don't want to be, working your ass off for other people, it can be a good job, but it does take, quite a long time to learn it. It's not so much just learning it. It's exposing yourself to those emotions again and again and again till it starts to, he says, coffee, not whiskey. Yeah. I've sat here in my boxer shorts drinking a single malt. There's not many jobs you can do that, to be honest with you. See, you only see me from the waist up. I'm in jeans today, but I have sat here in the summer. I've sat in my boxer shorts and a t-shirt drinking a single malt. Are you doing 3 years? Okay, so you got an idea what it's about then. That's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing like it for freedom. How many jobs can you work for yourself, you got customers, haven't you? You got customers, you got people you work for. You can't up it and just move to a different place in the country, can you? You can't move down south or up north or whatever you want. Obviously, you got a business, you got customers. It's not that simple. But with a trader, I mean, you can literally up sticks overnight and move wherever you want in the world and trade from a computer. So you've got that freedom to do whatever you want. There's no jobs that I know of. You could just, obviously money, money allowing, of course. There's not many jobs. You could just decide to take 6 months off, just like that, at the drop of a hat, and you come back exactly where you left off. You're never going to be out of work. You're never going to be made redundant. You're never going to be sacked. You don't have to worry about weather. Oh, I love it. I do. It's frustrating at times. At the moment, there's just not a lot of trades around, and it is frustrating. I've had ups and downs. I have this year. I've had, I did really well. The first 5 months of the year was great for me. I think I did, and I didn't trade with a lot. Yes, 90% off, but $65 for your PA fee as well on your on I think 25, 50, 150. It just happened today. So so I had a great 5 months of the year. I was only trading with, I think, 9 accounts, and I think it was about $33,000 off the first 5 months just with 9 accounts. And then I just, the bank was getting nice and healthy, and you kind of take your finger off the button and you relax a bit too much. And I took a couple of losses, got a bit frustrated and moved me stop. And that took me out the game for about 3 months where I had to build accounts back up. But I had $18,500 in October. And you lose a few. I had some Traderify accounts. The trouble is, when you take 2,000 out of Traderify accounts, it takes you down at $1,000. So you got about $900. And you just get risky with them. So I thought, I got to think more long term now. So I decided to get 20 accounts, and now I'm just trying to grow them. The plan is to get them to 7,500. But what I might do is get them to 3.5, take 500, get them halfway-ish, take 500 from each, and then trade them up again, because I don't really want to be going without money for next sort of 5 months, really. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But once you can grow them to a decent amount, then you can get a nice monthly salary then. So we got 2 legs down. We got a channel break, 2 pushes to a new low. It's not easy to trade this, because you never know. Is the bottom here? Here? Is it here or is it here? That's relatively consistent, but you never quite know. We've got a channel break with 2 pushes, so I wasn't great there, but you never quite know where this is going to come down and break lower. See, there are orders at 40 there to go short. So does that mean traders are going to, ride this down and test these lows? Hard to say. Still got orders there at 30. Channel break, new low. There was a lower high there, but we're already at the bottom, so I can't take that. As much as I think there's a good chance we come down below there, I just can't do it. Is it after 5 payments? I don't know, mate. I didn't. That might have been because I blew them. I got 5. I say I got 5 payments. I got money every month. I think I had about 12, 13 accounts, and I think I only actually withdrew out 9 of them. So I'll put it this way: I earned money every month. I think I had between 7 and 10,000 every month in the first 5 months, and that got me to 33 grand. And I'd hopefully probably continue to make a bit more, but I had a little bit of a hiccup. I was in a sort of a bit of a frustrating place. Karina was encouraging me to move me stop. She wasn't actually. She was saying stop it. But the trouble is, it moved against me by about $800, and then you panic and you think it's all or nothing. But it does happen. So it took me then 3 months to earn money again, and I got a bunch of accounts back up again. And then the trouble is, when you start doing the Traderify accounts, I think the best thing Apex ever did was because you used to be able to get to 2,600 and withdraw 2,000. Trouble is, you had about $500 left then, and you'd end up blowing your account. But it's all part of the journey. You start to get payments, and you take to you start to get. I moved my stop loss. Yeah, my bank was looking nice and healthy. I think I had about over 20,000 in my bank. That's pounds, and it was looking nice and healthy. And I lost a couple of trades in a row. I was in a bit of a frustrated mood. There was stuff going on at home, and I just moved me stop once, only once. And it came against me by about $500 or $600, and I moved it again, and then $900, and then you're kind of in for a penny, aren't you? But you do learn from that happening, and it does happen. And then I ended up getting 5 Apex accounts and 5 Traderify accounts, and I got them. I think I got the Apex up to 4,000. I got the Traderify accounts up to 3,000. And over the space of a month, I took 18,500 out of the combination of the both. But then I ended up taking risks again. So I thought, screw it this time, get up to 20 accounts, and then just play the game and forget. It happens. Russell, what are your short, long-term goals, for example, at the end of 2026? What would you like to pick up? I would love to hit the magical $100,000. If you trade properly, especially at my level now, I've got enough skills now to be able to make money. So if I trade properly, it's a possibility. So my main one goal is to stop blowing accounts stupidly. And my other is just to try and focus on one day at a time, rather than thinking too much into the distance. I know you've got to have a long-term plan, but just get one day, think about what you're going to do for that day, and so on and so forth. But uh, so that's the plan. So this year, what am I at? 53. I think there's 13 off that in fees. It was 13,400 or something off fees. So, so I made a little over 40,000 this year. And I made some from affiliates as well. Not a huge amount. I think I tend to average $700 or $800 per month, but it makes a difference. So that's not too bad. I think I've just completed my 4th year, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, it would have been nicer to earn more, but but I think every year the payments get a little bit more, a little bit more. I don't think you could go up to really large payments and massive amounts of accounts too quick. It used to scare the hell out of me trading. I had 20 accounts once before and I traded them 10 and 10, and it scared the hell out of me. I can trade 20 now and I'm relatively relaxed. So it's getting that brain adjusting to each kind of level of amounts of money that you can potentially earn, and you kind of risk every time you get a trade. But it's I've improved. I kind of wanted to be better in other ways. I mean, thirteen and a half thousand dollars in expenses, I think, it's a lot of money. And a lot of that has been taken stupidly. Uh, but I've made a wage. My bank's looking okay. So, uh, you know, I'm okay with what's gone on. But I think as long as you kind of aim to improve every year, uh, you're in the right, you're on the right track, I think. I remember my first payout year. I actually got it on when I was streaming. I started streaming 3 years ago in November. I got my account up quite quick. I only had one account. I passed it in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. And I got my account up to $7,500 relatively quickly, certainly in less than a month. I was trading 2 contracts there and I was going for bigger profits. I was just moving my profit, and, you know, I was probably doing a couple of thousand, $2,500 a week. I don't know how the hell I was managing that, but yeah, my first payment, I thought when I got my first payment, I've cracked it. Little did I know, I still had one hell of a long journey left. But it's nice to get some recognition. But if I'm perfectly honest, a lot of those early payments I did get lucky at times. Damn, we have 3 years of relationship. We do. We do. If I'm honest, the first one, not so bad, actually. I definitely had some luck, but I don't think the trading was terrible. It certainly wasn't, I've certainly improved since then. But there was a lot of payments in that kind of early year that I did take some stupid risks and got a bit lucky. Uh, but everyone kind of does, don't they? Off machine whiskey and Paul. God, you got a good memory. You've got one hell of a good memory. I did. The pool sounds a bit extravagant. It's not. It's just one of those Intex steel frame ones that are about £150. They're not expensive. I spent way more on whiskey than that. Put it that way. That's my biggest outgoing. Well, maybe not, but I know when I hit my first $10,000, I think earlier in the year, beginning of the year, I did go out and spend £100 on on a bottle of whiskey. I thought I'd treat myself. I bought a bottle of 15-year-old Glenfarclas. I've still got the empty case here somewhere. The rest was returned, more or less, yeah. Do I own my own account? I don't, mate. I don't have as yet. Uh, I wanted to get some. Well, the plan was if I can get 6 months consistency, then I'll start to funnel some of the profits. I had 5 months consistency, uh, I think up to May, and then ended up blowing some accounts. So I thought I'll see this year out. So I just wanted to know I can fully trust myself before I do something that risky. Uh, but yeah, I think get some more consistency again. If I can get these bigger accounts to start paying, or these say bigger accounts, bigger amounts of accounts to start paying. Tax accounts. Uh, yeah, I've got money put away, and not a lot because I haven't earned a lot after fees. But yeah, I've kept everything. I've got everything down in Excel, all my income and expenditure, from my new computer to everything else. And I'll do my first tax return. I think I've got to do it before the end of next year, I think, but I will check. It's not difficult to do. I had a business before years ago, and it's not difficult to do, especially in our, because the only expenses really are your evals and your PA fees, any computer equipment, and then I believe you can claim a small amount for your internet and your heat, your gas, and electric. But I'll get some advice on that. My brother-in-law's brother is an accountant, so I can plug him for a little bit of it. But it's not difficult. If you've got a business where you've got insurances and vehicles and hundreds of other things, there's not too much uh, attached to trading, really. It's only what you pay for your expenses through your PAs and your evals and computer equipment. There's not a great deal more, really. Yeah, I pay about £8.5 per month for Excel, uh, and everything I spend I put it there, and everything I earn I put it there, and then come the end of the tax year, I won't pay much tax. So yeah, I think I've made just under 40,000. There's probably a couple of thousand quid's worth of computer equipment. Uh, So there's plenty aside put for tax. My bank account's looking relatively healthy. So, but you pay something called back tax as well. So you'll pay a little bit based on what you think you're going to earn next year. So, but you can work with that and make a few adjustments. Uh, so this thing is weaving up and down. Uh, so we're really finding some resistance here. Now that's a big channel up. Now, is that broken into two? It's possible, but that looks like one big channel to me, so I would have to go with that. Channel break, new high. So we've actually broke above all this lot for the first time since here. Trouble is, you never know whether this thing's going to turn down now or whether it's going to head for the hills. Just don't know. See, on this channel here, there's a nice break there. Two pushes to a new high. It looks okay here, but I can't make it work here. I'm getting tight to that there. So this is the first touch. This is kind of the next touch, and then we touch, we touch, we touch. So that looks valid to me. And then we've got a clear break and a new high. I can fit it the other way around here. So trouble is, you just can't short here and hope it comes back down. You've got to get some momentum back in this direction and then some kind of a lower high. But looking at this 10,000 tick chart I got here, showing us a bigger picture, We've had this channel down with a break, 2 pushes to a new low. We've gone up, we've had a break, we've had 2 legs down and retested this area. So we've tested it once, twice, 3 times. So now we may get a move up. There's going to be a stack of liquidity here, I don't doubt. And that is around about the 60 level. So I'm guessing that this is going to head for the overnight highs. Trouble is, you just can't sell it. It's just kind of in the middle of nowhere, isn't it? You don't know when it's going to push higher or whether it's going to come back. It's a toss of a coin, isn't it, really? I've got orders above here, sellers above here at about, I don't know, 56 and a half, which is above price. And there's a few at 50, not as much at 50. Maybe a bit above, so it may come, I don't know. We've got orders above and below, so we're kind of in the middle of no man's land here at the minute. So you don't know if this bar's triggered, whether it's going to come down to the EMA, which means great, plenty of points available, whether it's going to trigger it and push up. I wouldn't want to go long here. I wouldn't want to go short because you're still going long quite far from that EMA, and you never know after we got a break whether this thing's going to decide to come back to the EMA. If you're going to take profits, I'm guessing I would be thinking about taking profits after a break, 2 pushes. But that's just based on my chart. You know, you don't know what other people are doing on what time frames. So there's nothing you can really do bar leave this. Those orders on 50 are starting to grow a bit, so that can come down a bit. So a lower high would be the better option, but I still don't think how comfortable I'd feel taking a lower high. Uh, so yeah, we got FMC tonight. So it's not moving too bad, to be honest with you. It's not really stagnant. It is moving. Sometimes it just doesn't do much. It's just unfortunately channel. We haven't had a setup here. Well, I don't think it's good enough, but channel there. We didn't quite have a setup there. It was only a first entry, but it worked. There was a lower high there, but we're already below the lows there. But it is moving, so I think we still got a chance of a. So if you'd have taken the short there and a short there, triggered you, likely going to stop you out. Uh, I wouldn't want to go long either, really, because we're floating there, aren't we? We don't know whether it's going to come back to that AMA a little bit. I can see there are buyers below there, but not as strong as the sellers there. So that might tell us it's more likely to go up and down. But we're kind of in the middle of somewhere here, aren't we? We're in the middle of this area, and we can clearly see we're finding some resistance there, and then we got the tops here. So we're kind of right in the middle of this lot. So it could do either or, really. So if you took that bearish bar there, with the break, 2 pushes to it, that's why you just can't do it, really. It's going to get stopped out. I think it's more or less a sure thing. It's not going to trigger like that and get all the way back up there and not take you out, I don't think. Uh, it's possible, but nothing worse getting in a trade and it triggers you and starts to move back on you. It's infuriating. There was a trade yesterday I very nearly took. I'd have lost it by a tick. So as soon as it started moving, I thought, damn, I've left one here. But so if you took that, you're still breathing. So the buyers there are just above the 50 level, which is there. So that's what I mean. I wouldn't want to do a long there. So it's kind of like a double trap. So you're longing in the middle of nowhere there. I think that's got a better chance of hitting the EMA than that as pushing up higher, I think. But it very nearly did, but now it's kind of stacking up a bit. And you see, if you took that 1 minute, it looks like it's moving down now, and you're saved, and then all of a sudden it's starting to turn. But there are sellers up here and buyers down here, so we're kind of in the middle of this little tunnel, aren't we? Being kind of rebounding from top to bottom, which is why it's going a bit sideways. Okay, we're getting very close this level here now. May have a strong little push if it gets above here. So sellers at 57.5, which is there, right, this top line. It's actually working quite nice as a range at the moment. So I'll be surprised if it doesn't. This is the 10,000 tick chart. It's some big bearish bars there. I think we've almost made a matching high with that one. All right, I think we touched above it. I think we may have done, but fancy that for a push up. Mind you, if the 10,000 tick charts are bigger, you probably have your stop above there anyway, but it does I'd expect it to have quite a swift move up. Push that by a tick above it. See, someone's traded the lower high there. Trouble is, it's 4 bars stacked up. It's just super risky. It's even more congested. Yes, we've got orders above and below, which is why it's kind of going sideways. push. The NQ. NQ scares me. The NQ's for real men. Moves too quick for me. I trade it. When I've traded valuations, I trade it. Sometimes it'll let your thing, it'll let you profit and come back before it triggers it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the NQ. I've been trading the ES every day now for 4.5 years, so I'm kind of used to the sedentary speed of it. I mean, it is boring sometimes, but it's my boring, if you know what I mean. I expect this to get a bit slow here because you've got sellers up here thinking if it gets to the top, we'll sell here. You've got buyers here thinking if we have a drop out the bottom, we can get in. But those buyers are probably pushing. They're fading a little bit, but they are there between kind of here, this area, thinking if it does come back. It's a tough one, isn't it? So you look on that 10,000 tick chart, we're definitely losing steam. We've got these big bear bars there and a lower high there, which is obviously trading lower. There's still some distance we can get to this measured move. So I suppose it makes sense. This seller's trying to protect this area, I don't doubt. Obviously this thing's trying to push up, but you can see every bar here, we're getting smaller and smaller and smaller. They're almost non-existent now. They're starting to become kind of doges. So you don't know whether this is going to lose momentum and then just kind of down we go. But I've thought that before and thought, let's go short, and all of a sudden it rockets up. So it's just chop. It's congested, pure congestion here, and chop. God knows what it's going to do. Obviously, the more times it goes up, the more chance it's got of failing. But do I really want to get in here for a second entry short when it's had that many times? Yeah, I mean, I had it for quite a while. I had it on my left chart, didn't I? As more sort of confirmation, because obviously they kind of work hand in hand, don't they? One goes up, the other one tends to follow. So sometimes the charts can look completely different. Other times they can more or less look identical. So I use it in the past just for maybe a little bit of confirmation. I've had a go at trading it little bits. As I say, I tend to trade the evaluations because you capture about the half the width. If you're trading aggressively, half the width for that bar would give you 65 ticks, which you need to pass it. You got to get a big, I mean, 65 ticks to, so where are we? What, 65 ticks? I can't think now in points. Let's have a look. I don't know. It's not much. So have a look. Oh, sorry. It's not the NQ, is it? What about? Anyway, yeah, it's half the size of that bar, whereas you'd have to go to pass it in one go. It's 6 points, which is there. You'd have to push through. So it's a fair old move. So with the NQ, it's about half of that. So that's what I mean. The space of a bar, you can be in and out of it, but obviously it can go the other way. So, for instance, FOMC tonight, depending on what it does, but that often moves quick. So I used to like trading them on news. I did because you can get a fast move. That's trading them aggressively. When they were like 90% off now, that's when I tended to go mad. But Trouble is, it's okay having them cheap. You can get them cheap, that's fine. But if you blow in 3 times as many, it doesn't work out any cheaper anyway. But uh, it's like anything. The cheaper something is, the less care you take. So sometimes having it cheaper isn't necessarily always better. Uh, so is this thing just going to pull back and bounce, or is it now going to come down? It's really hard to say. We have made multiple attempts to push up. So there are double the amount of aggressive sellers at the moment, or near on double. So, okay, I'm just going to take a quick 5 minute break, make a cup of tea. Uh, I don't know what it's going to do here, up, down, who knows? Could do anything. Uh, if you look at the 10,000 quickly, it is just kind of, it's almost ranging, isn't it? Fact, that's probably a good example of what it is doing. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much ranging at the moment. So, uh, yeah, it may come down. We've had a channel there to break a new high anyway, but you have to get a lower high there. Just don't know though. Anyway, so I'm just going to put this on. 5 minute break. I'm just going to put that on there on the screen. I'll leave the chart to you, and I'll be quick cup of tea. I'll be about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, so uh, nice move down. I was asking for a pullback's too much to ask, is it? I won't be shocked if this thing just dumps. There are a few sellers around about there. Sellers around about that 32, 33-ish area, so got a couple of little legs here. Can't treat that as a lower high, really. It's a channel down with a break. Trouble is, if you're looking at this as a range, there's always that possibility. It could be a fell breakout. Not that I would want to take it, because we found a lot of resistance there, right at that level there as well. So maybe it's going to break, test this and drop, or maybe it'll push up. Who knows? 33.75 is the strongest sell as I can see there. Excuse me just for a second. Okay, I can see sellers at this level, so I don't want to get involved in this trade. It's only a first entry anyway. Uh, 55 is as strong as shorts I can see there. Trouble is we only need a second entry really. It's just nothing. Trouble is, look at that on the 10,000 tick chart. Now we've had the channel up with a small break. Look at that. Touch of that EMA. Is that going to rocket up above all these stops? There's definitely going to be a lot of stops up there. There's no arguing there. So we've got a small break and a new high. It's not super convincing. This thing may take off. Scary. Everyone's wondering what to do. Not much is happening, to be honest with you. No. Nothing's happening at all. Last comment was 10 past 4. There's been about 2 pictures and about 10 comments. That's it. I think he's doing more on Friday, I think. We'll see what happens Friday. So we got a little micro channel with a break and new high and a bearish bar there. Trouble is, looking on Bookmap, you see those orders there are slowly drifting price up. And they're up to around about 55, which is where I got this here, and up to about 57 maybe. So it's hard to say what's going on at the moment. It's only 6 ticks that, so it looks like a channel with a break and a bearish bar. It's only 6 ticks. It's quite small. Quite a small risk. But with all these orders up here, I just couldn't take it. Just because it's, a cheap risk, it doesn't mean you should take it. But it does look like a little leg and a leg. But I'm just sitting tight. There's a load of orders there from 55 to 57. So with loads of sellers up there, I couldn't take that short if I wanted to. Laufey, how you doing, matey? So there is a second entry short there. Trouble is, it's just congested, isn't it? It's tempting, but it's just congested. It's a simple answer. It's just congested. May work, but look, one, two, three, 4 bars stacked back to back. Really trying to push this market up, but it's just hard, isn't it? Trying to break new high. Two pushes to a new high, bearish bar. Trouble is, there's liquidity there. That's the bit that stands out. Can't see much more. It may come back, trap the shorts, and rock it up. Whereas I can see a lot of sellers in this area, so I just think staying out of any trades in this is just too much. So all of a sudden, if you like that, then and think, yeah, sound, let's go down. All of a sudden, it triggers you. Now it's working up on you. So it's congested and super trappy. So as frustrating as it is not to take trades and sitting here day after day, it's something just goes through phases of nothing you can do. But that's where your really patience kicks in. That's where you really got to call on those patients. It's so tempting to take something more risky. But the trouble is, you take more risky, you end up losing a couple of $100. You're back to square one. Only you've got to wait for another trade then just to get you close to where you were before. So I think you're always best off just not taking something. If you haven't got something, just don't take it. It's just took me a long time to kind of figure that out. But, I'm seeing day by day and people say to me, you haven't taken any trades. And I'm like, no. Uh, but I've been down here before. And then all of a sudden something will change. You'll get a two, 3 trades in 2 days and things will seem rosy again. Part of the job, yeah. It's a boring part of the job, but there's nothing you can do about it. With all the will in the world, you can't make the market bend over for you. You've just got to submit to it. You've just got to sit in front of here and wait for a good setup, whether it takes you a week or an hour. See, all of a sudden it triggered that, started moving up strong. So you're bound to have people buying it now, thinking, "Yeah, we go, we're going up now," and then all of a sudden it come back on you. So while it's doing this, you clearly see it's congested. We're coming down, up, down, up. There's nothing you can do here. You're just going to risk getting chopped up. There's no certainty really where it's going to go. Uh, you can see we got sellers above and buyers below. So same again. We're kind of in this little tunnel. We did drop out in the end, but now we're back in. What I will say is this thing does launch up. It's going to do it with some oomph because you're going to have sellers here. This area has tried to be protected all morning. We've tried to get up here multiple times and couldn't. And now we're kind of teetering on the edge. Uh, After this kind of move down, I dare say you've got sellers here saying, we'll move in for a measured move. We've got that measured move down there, that correction. We pull down here, have two nice a leg up, come down. It came and retested it again. If you're thinking we're going to get this move down here, it's not a bad place to swing trade, is it? Thinking that this is going to come down a day, but then we've come back multiple times. We couldn't get above there, but now we're getting very close. There is possible a lower high there, but I've seen this picture before. It triggers you, drops out the bottom, stops out this bar, stops out that bar, traps the lower high and the short, and then up we go for that second leg, trapping a load of more shorts. Or or a load of traders might think, we love this, let's just take it short now. You could say triple test. It's just congested though, as much as it does look like a triple test, and it may well work. To me, it's just purely congested. Okay, so that's taken out any possible liquidity here. So let's see what happens now. This thing may turn backtrack now, and up we go. Or it could absolutely dump. Either way, I don't want to pay 14 ticks to find out. Swing, is that what you want to do next year? Swing. There's two types of swinging, don't you? I'm assuming the swing trading you're thinking about, aren't you? ETF. Mm. See, this could be a little failed breakout. Person to teacher. Yeah, I'd like to do a bit of swing trading, something a little bit less stressful than this, just as a little added extra. Must be nice to just drop a trade in and then just walk away and forget it. That's kind of how I started in currency. With that, we'd just day trade throughout the day. We'd have a trade in maybe for 3 hours, 4 hours, something like that. Generally be out by the end of the day. Black Bay trading, yeah, I do know him. Yeah, seems to suit him. Yeah, the trouble is with this type of trading, it's quite well. Most of the time, it's fast moving. It's just slow and boring now. But you've got to make very quick decisions a lot of the time. You don't have a lot of time to think, and obviously, the more pressure you're under, the more chance you've got of making mistakes. But uh, yeah, it's hard to know whether it suits you or not, really. Uh, but yeah, it's just finding sort of a nice strategy that you can. I mean, you could trade this sort of style really, but on a slightly bigger time frame. I suppose you could trade this on the 15-minute or the hourly, this type of thing, or the 10,000 tick chart. Uh, and things are a lot. What's going on there? What made all that lot disappear then? I don't know what I did, but everything just disappeared. It's on a bike. Where's my other charts? Where's that one? That was weird. Why did that do that then? Did something, I don't know what. And everything just disappeared. Strange. Okay, so that lower high has triggered. Who knows? This thing may just absolutely drop. But it's this just you just got to be a little bit careful here. So, what I will say, I'll be amazed if it doesn't drop below there. If you look at the 10,000 tick chart, you got one big strong bull bar which is trapped. You want to go long into all this, would you? So, how far is left? How much is left between there and that stop point and three quarters? So, you'd have to favour that. That's triggered by a tick by let's see. You'd have to favour that for getting stopped out, wouldn't you? So maybe this is going to drop, or maybe it's just two legs down. Two attempts to go lower, and maybe more buyers will get in. You can see there are some buyers around this sort of 50, 47 area-ish. We are coming down in this little pattern, but 47.50 below there. There's some buyers. It's just a bit hard, this, isn't it? Let's see. Push up. We may have 2 legs down, and then that may push up. I dare say we're probably going to encourage more buyers here. 53. Brooks is good. To not fall asleep with his videos. Yeah, I have heard that. Brooks swing trading. What's his cost to purchase? Isn't it like £300 or dollars or something, isn't it? I do believe he's the main man, so I wouldn't say it's a waste of money. He's supposed to be incredibly good, isn't he? The kind of godfather of modern day. He's kind of like your most favourite uncle, isn't he? Kind of like that. The big glasses and stuff. Mind you, at the end of the day, some people, it's always the odd looking ones sometimes that can surprise you. He's definitely a very intelligent guy. There's no argument there. Wasn't he a doctor or something? Wasn't he some kind of a doctor? I know he's been training for years, isn't he? So yeah, he's and not just that. If you pay £300, I think, or whatever it is, I think that's pretty cheap. The amount of money you can have that warrior guy and pay him $2,500, and have some guy with a ponytail. The Black Sabbath of day trading. Yeah, that's about right, I think, isn't it? Yeah, he's definitely got a pedigree. There's no argument there. I may pay it and have a look at it at some point, maybe next year, just to see if, you can look at. I mean, price action's price action. When you can kind of read the markets, I mean, I say this every day, price is likely to get up here, likely to get down there. And with Bookmap, it pretty much gets to the areas that I think it will do based on what it. But because I trade a very, very tight ship type of thing, I've got no room for error. If I'm down here and there's buyers in, I think there's a good chance it's going to go. If you swing trading, you may put your order in here, put your stop here, and put a 2-to-1. But with Pats, I can't trade it based on where I think the market's going to go. I've got to have a. I've obviously got to have that inkling that the price is going up, but I've also got to get a decent, solid entry where I think others are likely to buy. What I will say is, look at this. There's a triple test there. But we've had a channel down here with a break, so you kind of wouldn't do it. But we've had 2 legs back, so if you fancy this up for another move up, getting in this area may not be too bad. But you probably have your stop here, get in here, and you take profit above the top. But it's just one of those things, isn't it? Because we have such tight stops, I've literally got no room for error. I can't say I think we've had 2 legs down, so Penguin guy probably would. Maybe this is kind of one of his setups. Maybe he'll kind of get in here, put his stop below there, and maybe have a 2-to-1 or whatever it is. I've got that set 1 to 2. You know what I mean? And out just above there. So you put your stop here because maybe, these areas hold some liquidity. You give yourself a little bit of space and then boom. But we've got a triple test there. We've had a break and a new low. We've got a triple test there with a higher low. I don't think that's the worst trade in the world, to be honest with you. We've had 2 legs back. Trouble is we're below that EMA at the moment. Bounce, 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 bullish bar. Trouble is with a little break, you just couldn't do it, could you? Penguin a lot used it, I think. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Uh, yeah, it's just ranging a little bit here. It's not easy, is it? Might be some, might be some jumping in on a failed second entry long, possibly. Trouble is, I've got orders down here at 47, which I can see there below these areas here. So traders thinking we have two legs down, we get down to here, clearing the liquidity, I'll jump in. And then you've got orders at 53.75, which is there. Traders thinking if we pull back to here, I'll go short. So same again, we're kind of in this little funnel, aren't we? There is a small break and a low there. There's a higher low here. You're bound to trap traders here, but I don't know if I'd want to go. I agree. It looks like a triple test with a higher low. It may work. It may fool everyone and push higher, but the trouble is, even on the 10,000 tick chart, we've got that bull bar. It's come down, almost taken it, but all of a sudden we're pushing up now. So it could go up and take all these stops with it, or it could go down. It's certainly an area that's been protected, these. So I think, to be honest with you, there's a battle going on here, and I'd rather just sit on the sidelines and eat some popcorn and watch, because it really could do anything. You know, bull bar, the higher low, is that a real break? It's negligible, but I know there's buyers below this line. So do I really want to get caught short right in the middle of this lot and then get triggered and stopped out, only for the thing to pick up the buyers down here and push up? At the moment, it's just literally chopping sideways and there's nothing I could do with it, really. I ain't getting involved in this. It's not worth the risk. I'd rather end up dry again and not take a trade. Plenty more days. There's always going to be another trade. It's been a really slow week and a half for me. I've hardly taken anything. I think I took a trade on Monday and got out at the end for $50. So I'm up probably about $60 per account over the last week and a half. So it's just been, but it's better to be up a tiny bit and have a little bit of a flat session and then pick it up. You've only got to have a decent, 3 days, 3 trades in 1 week. There's your $500. That's half a month's profit there. So, no, nothing for me, bud. It's just a bit sketchy today, isn't it? It's FMC. It's not working too bad. I mean, there is potential. I thought we're going to get something here. There was a lower high here, but then it just dropped. A few took that. I left it. I was just a bit unsure about it, but there is lots of these kind of areas where it's chopping a little bit up and down. There was a few people took that one. It's just congested. We may get a failed breakout. We push up, up across and up. How many times have we seen that? Up across and up, or down across and down. This could have gone down, triggered a little failed breakout and pushed up. So that I didn't do nothing there. You may say it's a triple test. It's just congestion to me. The fact that it worked and came down to this is a bit irrelevant, really. Okay, so that bull bar on the 10,000 tick chart did get stopped out in the end. I mean, when this came down, you've got to think it's likely to happen. Not a trade. Absolutely not a trade there. No, there isn't really. I know a guy who took it. He takes more or less everything. He just plays the numbers, I think. But this is just a bit congested, isn't it? And same again there. So there is. saying this. There are buyers there near that midline. Trouble is, you don't know whether this thing's now going to slowly work down here or where we're going to have two legs and it's going to bounce. It's definitely been boring last week. Coming up 3 hours. And we got an hour and a half to FMC. Okay, I think I'm going to knock it on the head. This has put me to sleep. I've done about 3 hours. It doesn't look like a terrible day, but there's just no setup. So you move down. This is where we're looking for a setup. Some may argue it's okay. I think it's congested. Here, some took here, I didn't. Channel break new eye. Wasn't a bottom bar there. There's nothing really. It's just chopping up and down. You can't really get into that. Okay, there's a little section there. You may think short the tops, but you've barely got a point or two to the bottoms. It's just too risky. Some took that. I waited for the lower high. Didn't get it. Channel break new low. We got a channel moving up. Then we're just chopping again. We drop down. We push up. It's just not a huge amount. That's the only one I'd say maybe. But it looked like just a little leg down to me. I don't know. You snooze, you lose, don't you? I didn't really like it. So looking back in hindsight, I dare say Mac will probably find 40. But I could probably say, yeah, okay, 2 legs up. Let's short there. Let's short there. Let's long there. It's easy when you can see where the price went, but when you don't know where price is going next, it's not that straightforward. So it may bounce here and push up or what, but it may just carry on doing more of this for the next hour and a half till FOMC comes out. But I'm going to leave you guys there anyway. Sorry it's been a bit uneventful the last kind of week and a half, but it's just kind of the way it goes. But it's definitely a good exercise in patience. If you can sit through these tough times when things pick up, it'll be so much easier. So, okay, so you guys take care. I'll be back tomorrow, Thursday. If you're carrying on, best of luck. Failing that, I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. Have a great evening. Stay safe. We'll talk again tomorrow. Bye.